Hello and welcome to Hot at Home, your questions answered. I'm Jackie and today's question is from one of my awesome customers, Darren. Darren says, I hurt my leg recently playing football and right now I'm going nuts not doing cardio while it heals. I really want to do cardio but I'm in a cast so I can't use that leg at all. And I can't really figure out how to get a decent cardio workout done without using or stressing my leg. That's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, yeah, I'd go a little nuts too if I couldn't do cardio, go running and stuff like that. So a few suggestions I've got for you though. One-legged jump rope, you could do that. Extremely challenging on one leg, but in theory it could be done. I don't know how strong your leg, your non-hurt leg is, your okay leg. But if you're playing football, I'm assuming you probably have pretty strong legs. So you can try that. I was going to say cycling, but I'm not really sure where the break is, or if you can't bend your knee or whatever. But it sounds like you can't stress your leg. Some people with leg issues, I'm trying to answer your question globally for other people that might be listening as well. So for other people with leg issues, depending on what's wrong with your leg, cycling might be something that you can do. Light cycling. For you, Darren, I'm really not sure that would be the right move. So it sounds to me like you can't stress your leg at all. You can try doing some weightlifting, full body exercises in circuit training if you want. Even if you're only doing upper body, you can, if you're doing circuit training and not taking any break in between each set, doing different exercises in a circle and not taking any break in between set, that can get your heart rate up pretty high. So it's not the same as going running, but there's cardio involved in that. And even if you wanted to, try full body compound moves, you could try doing them standing on one leg only and just bending at the hips, or again, I don't know how long your cast is, so I'm not sure if you're like from the hip to the ankle, or to the toes, or if you're just on the bottom half of your leg or whatever. If you can bend your leg, then you can bend your leg behind you and still do things like one-legged deadlifts and one-legged squats. Just don't go too heavy. Have a spotter, that kind of thing, or do it against a wall or something like that. So if your one leg gives out, then you're getting caught by something, or put a chair underneath your butt or something like that to keep yourself safe. But if you can bend your knee, there's lots of ways that you can work your legs. It's not necessarily cardio, but working your legs can get your heart rate up pretty high. So if you're doing circuit training, and you're doing upper body circuit training with one-legged lower body circuit, and putting it all in one circuit, then you can get a full body workout really. And that will really help your leg heal too, even though you're not using it. Jacking up your central nervous system, getting your heart rate up, getting your blood flowing through the injury, because it'll flow through your whole body, make no mistake. Just because you're not working that leg doesn't mean blood's not flowing through it at a faster rate when you're working out. So getting that blood flowing through your injury is going to help you heal much quicker as well. So it's all good. I'm glad to hear that you want to keep going in some way and somehow. You can also try rowing machines if you're at a gym, or if you have one at home. Rowing machine, again, you may have to bend your knee. I don't know if you can put your leg beside you on a rowing machine and just row with upper body, but you can get a really good cardio workout going with just upper body rowing as well. And the one thing that I did last summer myself was I went kayaking, and you don't need your legs for that. You just sit in the kayak, and you use them for stability a little bit. Like you might need to put them in a special spot in the boat to stabilize yourself, and it's a great core workout as well for keeping the boat stable in water that's not stable. Water's not stable. And I was in the ocean too, so it was a bit wavy, and I found it to be a really, really good cardio workout. Just rowing with that one big oar they give you, and keeping the boat stable and keeping yourself from flipping over. So if you're going to do anything involving water, though, I'd suggest wrapping that leg really, really well to make sure it's not going to get wet and you're not going to damage your cast in any way, as well as swimming. So yeah, absolutely, you have to wrap your leg for that. Again, I don't know how long your cast is. If it's all the way up to the hip, maybe even swimming is out for you. I'm not sure about that. I would have to say you probably could kayak though, unless your cast is actually past your hip, past and on your hip as well, and you can't even straighten out your torso, or you can't bend at the hip, then maybe you can't even kayak, which means I'm running out of ideas here. But if you can bend at the hip, then you can kayak for sure. So if you've got any resource like that near you, or you can mimic that in some way by sitting on a chair and doing the exercise, you're not going to have any resistance because you'll be rowing through anything, but Yeah, maybe that's lame. Maybe that one's lame actually. But kayaking in actual water is great. So if you can do that. The other thing that I've seen a lot in where I live on the seawall down on the Vancouver seawall is these guys have these crazy bicycles that they just sit in. They're like recliner bicycles, but they pedal with their arms. And I see them out there all the time pedaling around with their arms. And I'm not sure if they're handicapped or if it's just cool. I'm not sure. I really have no idea. But they're getting, I know they're getting a heck of a cardio workout, and they're not using their lower body at all, really, except for maybe a little bit of core stuff for stability. And I mean, there's hills and stuff where they're going up and down between the road and the seawall. There's hills, so that's tough work. So that can be a really, really good cardio workout. So if you can get your hands on one of those bikes or rent one or whatever, I highly suggest trying that out for sure if you're dying for some cardio. All right, well, that's I think that's all the tips I've got for you. I'm sorry, I wish I had a much larger list, but yeah, doing cardio without your legs can be a challenge, I absolutely admit. So I hope those tips helped you out, and I'll see you guys again next time, okay? Take care.